Maju aja nggak apa-apa. Maju maju. Maju. Iya, belakang podium aja tau nggak?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, we can gather at today's event.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Regina Leoni Farias,
And my name is Asabiandri.
and on behalf of University Al-Azhar Indonesia, University Technology Mara Malaysia, and Guangxi Minzu Normal University China, we delighted to welcome you to the final round of International Public Speaking Competition.
It is an honor to us to introduce and welcome the guests for today. Deputy of Rector Academic Affairs, Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasir Ismail.
Vice President of Guangxi Minzu Normal University, Professor Wei Yohan.
Rector of University Al-Azhar, Professor Dr. Insinyur Asep Saifuddin, MSJ.
All the vice rectors of University Al-Azhar Indonesia, University Technology Mara Kelantan Branch, Malaysia, and Guangxi Minzu Normal University, China.
All the Dean and Vice Dean of Faculties of University Al-Azhar Indonesia, University Technology Mara Kelantan Branch, Malaysia, and Guangxi Minzu Normal University, China.
Vice Rector for Innovation and Cooperation, Dr. Insinyur Ade Jamal. All the head of departments of University of Al-Azhar Indonesia, University Technology Mara Kelantan Branch, Malaysia, and Guangxi Minzu Normal University, China.
And to all the judges,
And all the contestants of International Public Speaking Competition.
and also, we would like to welcome all the participants of today's event from University Al-Azhar Indonesia, University Technology Mara Malaysia Kelantan Branch, and Guangxi Minzu Normal University.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Singing the national anthem of Indonesia, Malaysia, and China. Ladies and gentlemen, in Zoom meeting room, please, you may rise.
Indonesia tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku ingin jadi panggung hidupku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa dan tanah airku. Marilah kita bersatu, Indonesia bersatu. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, rakyatku semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah badannya untuk Indonesia Raya. Indonesia yang merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang tercinta. Indonesia yang merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, opening remarks by the Rector of University Azhar, Indonesia. Please welcome Professor Dr. Insinyur Azhar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm very delighted to be here for a very important activity for our students. This is the collaboration among three universities. First is University Technology Mara Malaysia, UITM from Kelantan branch, and also the Guangxi Minzu Normal University, China, as well as our campus in Indonesia, University of Al-Azhar, Indonesia. We are happy to organize the International Public Speaking Competition 2023. I would like to forward my welcome to Professor Muhammad Nasir Ismail, the Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs of UITM Kelantan branch, Professor Wei Yo-Huan, the Vice President of Guangxi Minzu Normal University, and all the Deputy Rectors of UITM Kelantan branch, all the Dean and Vice Dean from International College and Faculty of Language of Guangxi Minzu Normal University, all the heads and faculties of Guangxi Minzu Normal University, and all the vice rectors of Al-Azhar Indonesia University, and all the dean and vice dean of Al-Azhar Indonesia University, and all head and all secretary programs, study program of Al-Azhar Indonesia University, all the judge from Sri University, and the Civitas Academica, all the Sri University, and for sure the participant who joined virtually and by physically from UITM, Guangxi Minzu Normal University, as well as UAI. In this opportunity, I am very happy that my campus is part of this international public speaking competition. And we understand that public speaking for all of human beings, especially students, is very important. The students have to express their idea calmly, without nervous, for sure. And they have a good communication skills. The student also can expand their network internationally, as they can meet the incredible people from different countries with different background, different culture, different scientific study program, and many other reasons why this is very important. I really hope whoever become the winner, they will be the leader in the future. And I'm very, very sure that 6 persons from Azhar Indonesia University, from UITM, and from Guangxi Minzu Normal University, they are selected from more than 50 people each campus earlier. So we decided each campus to send 2 students that we are sure that they are having great capabilities. The theme of competition concerned with the cultural diversity. As we understand that Indonesia, China, as well as Malaysia are different countries with different culture, very rich in many things, but we have to be united. It is very significant as living in this earth where we have to appreciate the differences. They have to interact, to collaborate, cooperative effectively. So everyone must understand the level of our competence and our diversity. For the future collaboration, not only in the debate or in the public speaking, I am inviting at least from UITM and Guangxi Minzu Normal University, China, to collaborate for a better future. Our student is our future. So I would like to congratulate for the performance of 6 competitors, 6 participants. They are from University of Al-Azhar Indonesia, UITM, and China, which are Miss Safa Sabika from Al-Azhar Indonesia University, Liu Biyun from Guangxi Minzu Normal University, Wirda Munira Muhammad Azizi from UITM, Tan Sun Chang from Guangxi Minzu Normal University, Radia Chantika from UAI, and Aida Hairani Zaidi from UITM. I would like to congratulate to you. There are very good students from each campus. Good luck for you, and please perform your best. Don't worry, you are the best already. But to achieve the superior performance, it is yours, and the judge will give you the what we call the remark for you. I am very sure you are all the best. Thank you very much. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Professor Asep, for the remarks.
Now, moving to the opening remarks by Director of University Technology Mara Kelantan Branch, please welcome Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs, Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasir Ismail.
Thank you very much. Our guest of honor, Rector of University Al-Azhar, Indonesia, Professor Dr. Insinyur Azhar Saifuddin, Vice President of Guangzhou Minzu Normal University, China, Professor Wei Yuhuan, Deputy Rectors of Universitas Kelantan Branch, the management team of Universitas Al-Azhar, Indonesia, Dean and Vice Dean of International College and Faculty of Languages, Guangzhou Minzu Normal University, China, heads of faculties, lecturers, teachers, and students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Alhamdulillah, let us thanks to the Almighty who have given us the blessings that we can be here today in this event. I am pleased to welcome you to the International Public Speaking Competition 2023, the finale, a jointly organized competition by UiTM Kelantan Branch, Malaysia, University Al-Azhar, Indonesia, and Guangzhou Minzu Normal University, China. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the finalists from all three universities on your outstanding performance in the preliminary round. I must also congratulate the other contestants in the previous round for their effort and achievement. You all deserve a pat on the back for what we have done. To the judges from University Science Malaysia, University Teknologi Mara Kelantan Branch, University Teknologi Mara Shah Alam Malaysia, University Al-Azhar Indonesia, and Guangzhou Minzu Normal University China, thank you for your time and dedication. We really appreciate it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the journey towards more international collaboration competition begins here. As the first international public speaking competition organized, I can foresee more excellent collaborative works being held with University Al-Azhar Indonesia and Guangzhou Minzu Normal University China, as well as with other universities around the world. I believe that today marks a significant moment for all of us. We are excited and optimistic that our universities will work together to ensure the academic excellence of our beloved countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, and China. Before I end my speech, please accept my sincere gratitude to everyone whose dedication and effort has contributed to the finalization of today's event. To the contestants, I wish you all the very best of luck, and you have already made us proud. With that, I end my speech with wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasir Ismail, thank you for the remarks.
Okay, moving on to the next one. Opening remarks by Vice President of Guangzhou Minzu Normal University. Please welcome Wei Yuhuan.
尊敬的马来西亚马拉工艺大学阿杜沙莫校长、莫哈马纳瑟伊斯迈尔副校长、印度尼西亚阿扎大学阿瑟塞夫丁校长以及各位副校长、各学院的院长，在场的老师、同学们，大家早上好。
Dear Dr. Abdul Samad, Rector from UITM-CK, Deputy Rector Professor Dr. Asif Saifuddin from UITM, Rector of Azhar Indonesia, and Deputy Rectors, Deans from the faculties, judges, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and students, good morning.
非常高兴出席今天的英语演讲比赛。这个比赛是我校与马拉工艺大学第艺术专业学生毕业作品评审、中文专业学生唐诗朗诵比赛之后线上务实合作的优异成果。
I'm very delighted to attend this English-speaking contest, which is another fruitful result of our practical online cooperation with our sister university, UITM, following the evaluation of artworks by the art students and the Tang poetry recitation by the Chinese students.
我校高度重视与合作院校的交流与合作，与马拉工业大学自2019年建立合作关系以来，一直保持着密切的沟通与联系，积极探讨各领域合作的可能性。
We attach great importance to international cooperation. We, after establishment of sister relationship, would maintain close communication and actively explore possibility of cooperation in various fields with our partners.
两校多次互访，例如2019年，马拉工业大学时任校长祖基菲利博士、副校长嘎扎里博士分别率团访问我校，参加我校80周年校庆等活动。2020年1月，我率团回访马拉工业大学位于雪莱莪州大安南市的总校。
Take the cooperation between our university and UITM as an example. Our two universities realized mutual visit in 2019. And in that year alone, the then rector and deputy rector of UITM led two delegations to visit us. And in early 2020, in January, I visited UITM Shah Alam.
在这些互访中，两校就师生交流等议题达成了广泛共识。两校各有关学院积极跟进落实共识，但其后受疫情影响，师生互派暂停。
During these visits, we reached wide range of consensus on issues such as student exchange and other topics. And the departments of our universities actively follow up and implement the consensus. We would also like to have cooperation with the Indonesian Azhar University in the future.
但疫情没有停止我们合作的步伐。过去2年，我们和马拉工艺大学举办了艺术作品线上评审、线上唐诗朗诵大赛。今天的线上英语演讲比赛是两校创新师生交流方式的又一体现。
Even during the pandemic period, we did not stop cooperation. Over the past 2 years, we realized several online cooperation, and today's English-speaking contest is another manifestation of the innovative cooperation between us and the sister universities.
在马拉工艺大学的引进下，印尼阿扎大学也加入了演讲比赛。我们也希望与你们签署合作协议，建立合作关系，开展更广泛和深入的合作。
I'm very happy to see that 3 universities co-host this public English-speaking contest. We look forward to establishing cooperation with University Azhar Indonesia in the future and carry out more extensive and in-depth cooperation with you.
各位同事，我校位于中国的南大门，广西琼左市，打开门就是越南，走2步就到东盟。
Ladies and gentlemen, our university is located in the southern gateway of China, where Vietnam is just a door away and ASEAN is just a few steps away.
因此，我校与东南亚国家高校开展合作有着独特的区位优势。我校大多数国外合作院校也来自东盟。
Therefore, our cooperation with ASEAN universities has a unique geographical advantage. And indeed, most of our foreign sister universities and foreign students are from ASEAN countries.
过去几年，我校累计派出600多名各类专业学生前往东盟高校学习，培养了500多名在我校完成本科学习的东盟学生，招收了300多名短期交换生。
Over the past few years, our university has sent more than 600 students of various majors to study in universities in ASEAN. We have cultivated more than 500 ASEAN students who completed their undergraduate studies in our university and enrolled more than 300 short-term exchange students.
可以说，我们与东盟国家高校的合作是互利共赢，实实在在，成果多多的。
Our cooperation with ASEAN universities is mutually beneficial, substantial, and fruitful.
现在疫情消退，国境重开，欢迎你们来我校洽谈合作，期待着与你们开展更大规模、更广领域的合作。
Now that international borders are reopening, we welcome you to visit us to discuss future cooperation.
各位老师、同学们，在全球化不断发展的今天，英语已成为全球交流的通用语言，其重要性不言而喻。学好英语不仅可以更好地了解外部世界，还可以拓宽国际视野，增强国际竞争力。
Dear students, today, in the constantly developing globalization, English has become the de facto lingua franca of global communication, and its importance is self-evident. Learning English can not only better understand the outside world, but can also broaden international horizon and enhance international competitiveness.
这是英语演讲比赛为同学们提供了一个展示自己的舞台，希望同学们互相学习，以赛促学，不断提高英语表达能力和跨文化沟通能力。
We sincerely hope that the participants and students can learn from each other, learn through competition, and continuously improve your expression and cross-cultural communication skills.
最后，我代表学校感谢精心组织、积极筹备本次演讲比赛的各位老师、同学们，预祝比赛取得圆满成功，预祝同学们取得优异的成绩。谢谢。
Finally, on behalf of our university, I would like to express our heartfelt thanks to the teachers and students from our 3 universities who have done a lot of preparation work for this contest. I wish the contest a complete success, and I wish all contestants an excellent result. Thank you very much.
Okay, Professor Wang, thank you for the remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, to start our main agenda today, I would like to invite Dr. Jamilah Shari as the chief judge today to deliver the competition's regulation and scoring instruction. To Dr. Jamilah, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much to the MC. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and good morning, everyone. Welcome to the International Public Speaking Competition 2023, the finale. Now, this competition involves 3 different universities: University Technology Mara Kelantan Branch, Malaysia, University Al-Azhar, Indonesia, and Guangxi Minzu, Normal University, China. And I'm Dr. Jamilah Shari from University Science Malaysia, and I will be the chief jury for today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me brief everyone on the rules for this competition. The first one, contestants, they shall select any topic relating to the decided theme, which is cultural diversity. And then the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. If a contestant speaks less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds, he or she will be disqualified. Each university has prepared a timer on site, and the respective timer will indicate the time to the contestants by giving cue for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and also 7 minutes. The contestants will be assessed based on 3 main criteria, which are the speech content, the speech delivery, and also language. And there will be 1 minute of silence between contestants for judges to mark the ballots. Judges are advised not to consider speech timing in the ranking of the contestants. There are 6 contestants altogether, 2 contestants from each university, and the speaking order have been randomized earlier. With that, ladies and gentlemen, all the best to all contestants and all the best to judges. Thank you very much. And back to you, the MC.
Thank you, Dr. Jamila, for the explanation of our regulations today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the competition with the first contestant. She is a student of Psychology Department 2022 of University Azhar, Indonesia, and her speech today is about how people's awareness of cultural differences in emotional expression affect mental health. Please welcome Safa Sabika.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Safa Sabika. I'm a student from University of Azhar, Indonesia. It is an honor to be here today to speak about how people's awareness of cultural differences in emotional expressions could affect mental health. Now, did you know how important differences are? Differences are the key of so many good and positive things in life, such as competitions, tolerance, choice, and even mindset. Differences exist so there is creativity in life. Differences exist so there is winning and losing in life. Differences teach us about respect towards each other. It is what makes this world filled with such a beauty of diversification because we keep seeing a different and unusual things that we have never seen before by meeting people from different cultures the entire time. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that differences itself are made by the existence of cultural diversity. Each culture has its own heritage and tradition, which makes the culture itself different. These differences impact our way of thinking and how we express our emotion. It should become our concern because emotions could drive our actions. Which is why being aware with such differences is crucial. We have one example of how one culture perceives and interprets another culture's emotional expressions through cultural diversity. We can consider the difference between the Western and the Eastern cultures. We regard people in the East as more traditional and conservative than people in the West. For instance, in the East, freedom may be restricted, bounded by tradition and culture. Whereas people in the West are relatively more liberal and modern. In this context, in the East, people may express their emotions in a subtle way, whereas people in the West may express their emotions in an open and freely way. To show you from our perspective, Indonesia is a country with hundreds of ethnic groups, each with their own social and cultural backgrounds. We regard Batak people as open, honest, and blunt. On the other hand, Javanese and Sundanese consider courtesy and subtlety to show respect towards each other. The differences in their nature can affect the cultural perception towards each other. Always, it may cause misunderstanding. The misunderstandings may restrain how people express their emotions. These examples shows that culture and environment may influence how people express their emotion. This statement is supported by a study through a journal that I learned from International Psychological Study that stated if cultural being is continually reinforced to manage his or her emotional display, it will most likely to become their second nature to regulate their emotional expressions. Our world is full of cultural and diversity. I often think about how we could learn more about cultural differences in the easiest way. We're able to gain insights of other cultures through the media, such as music, films, etc. Nowadays, the internet and social media are powerful tools to help bridge cultural differences. From one social media site, we can watch a video that explains the differences from each cultures. Learning from that, we can help and react carefully when someone is trying to express their emotions. So in conclusion, we all should appreciate differences. Differences allows us to live with love rather than fear, with understanding rather than division, with empathy rather than apathy. I strongly believe that we could all learn more about mental health awareness through cultural differences, of how each culture expresses their emotions. It brings people to help and listen and react carefully when someone is trying to express their emotions. And we can help to look after those who are struggling with mental illness. And remember, one small act of kindness can be a tremendous help to others. So let's all give respect and tolerate differences and build up our mental health awareness towards each other. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The second contestant is a student of English Education Department 2020 of Guangxi Minzu Normal University. And her speech today is about attitudes and cultural diversity. Please welcome Liu Biun.
I'm sorry, but we cannot hear the contestant.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Liu Biyun from English major 202. I'm very happy to speak here. Today, I'd like to talk something about attitudes and cultural diversity. Every nation and every country in the world have its own unique culture. No matter in the East or the West, people have never interacted so closely as they do today. And the factors that affect people's daily life are no longer limited to a certain culture. Cultural diversity is the result of the collision of many cultures. What is the significance of cultural diversity? From my perspective, the significance of cultural diversity is determined by our attitude towards them. When we accept and respect different cultures actively, we can feel a rich and interesting world in the process of trying new things. Last summer vacation, I went to Guangzhou to visit my aunt. One day morning, I saw the knife and fork in the kitchen. Something interesting crossed my mind. Why don't I prepare a Western breakfast for myself? So I rolled up my sleeves immediately. I cooked a less than perfect egg and placed it on a round plate carefully. Oh, I almost forgot to toast with peanut butter, but I haven't bought any peanut butter. Maybe I could use yogurt instead. I dug the yogurt and wrapped it on the toast. I was imitating the way foreigners eat on TV. When I was ready to enjoy my meal, I was not quite sure if it's a knife in the left hand and a fork in the right hand, or a fork in the left hand and a knife in the right hand. At this time, Baidu told me the latter is true. When my aunt walked in and noticed me tucking the paper towels in front of the color, sitting indignifiedly, he laughed and asked me, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I am enjoying a Western cuisine." In the evening, my aunt they took me to a comfortable Western restaurant. The waiter brought a wooden plate containing a tender steak covered in black pepper sauce, a pinch of rosemary on the top of it, and pasta with cream cheese on the plate too. I like it. We enjoyed the food to the elegant music. Although eating with the knife and fork is a little bit awkward, I feel excited. The feeling can be compared to Columbus discovering the New World. On the contrary, if we do not have an open mind to embrace cultural differences, we will not be able to observe the world scientifically and objectively. A few years ago, there was a film called Scripting, which caused a heated debate in the world. The film tells a story of a Chinese couple living in the United States who gave their son a script because he was ill. Later, the bruise on the child's back was found. Americans thought that the couple abused the child and deprived them of their custody. Finally, the child was sent to a special institution. As Chinese all know, this is a treatment method in traditional Chinese medicine. Those people in the film do not have a deeper understanding of scripting method and stick to their own ideas, which leads to a serious consequences. Having said all of the above, I remembered that Mr. Fei Xiaotong once said, "Goals of self and others can be unified, thus the world can be harmonized." It shows that respect for cultural diversity is an inevitable requirement for the prosperity of the world culture. However, what should we do to respect cultural diversity? First, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When we travel to other countries, it is a basic etiquette to respect different cultural traditions. Second, We're supposed to look at the essence and draws of Chinese and Western cultures critically, and at the same time reflect on our own belief and prejudice. Third, try to experience sense of different cultures with an open, inclusive mind and advocate diverse cultures. In a world, we must adhere to the strategy of bringing in and bringing out on splendid cultures to make the world culture more brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, we shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judge to mark the ballots, something like that. The third contestant is a student in Office System Management, or HONS, of University Technology Mara, and her speech today is about conquering the world economy through multicultural companies. Please welcome Wirda Munira Muhammad Azizi.
Bernard Arnault, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, and Bill Gates. Do you guys know who these people are? These people are the real-time billionaires. Combined, their net worth is over $450 billion. This staggering amount of wealth highlights the importance of the world economy and how it shapes the lives of individuals and businesses alike. Conquering the world economy through international multicultural companies. That is what I have in mind. In today's globalized world, it is important for a business to have a multicultural approach to their operation. By doing so, businesses can tap into different cultures, markets, and ideas that can help them succeed on a global level. Now, how can one conquer the world as a billionaire through an international multicultural companies? First, diversify your products and services. Take, for example, Nestle, a Swiss company that operates in 191 countries around the world. By diversifying your products and services to suit different local tastes, they will be able to maintain a strong global presence. For example, Maggi, a brand under Nestle. And here in Malaysia, we have a flavor that really close to our heart, which is chili kampung flavor, and it definitely suit our local taste. Next, form a strategic partnership with local businesses. This will help you to better understand the local market and cultures, as well as allowing you to tap into their existing customer base. One great example for this is a partnership between Starbucks and Tata Group, an Indian multinational conglomerate. This partnership enables Starbucks to penetrate Indian market and immediately establish a strong presence. Other than putting Tata's branded tea called Teavana and Himalayan water beverages, Starbucks and Tata Group had also introduced Indian dishes like Konkani twist and Rashmi kebab roll into the menu. However, building an international multicultural companies is not without its challenges. The first challenge is language barrier. Different countries speak different languages, and it can be challenging to communicate effectively with the customers or partners that don't speak the same language as you. For an instance, when McDonald's entered Chinese market, they had to translate their menus into 普通话, the standard Chinese language, and modifying their recipes to suit local tastes, like red bean boba tea, which is a perfect example of the restaurant bridging the cultural gap and incorporating a locally popular beverages into the menu. Secondly, legal issues. Different countries have different laws and regulation that businesses need to adhere to. In particular, when Google want to enter Chinese market, they had to comply with the government's strict censorship law, which meant they need to modify their search engine. But just like the light at the end of the tunnel, there are ways to solve these challenges. The solution for language barrier is to create a multilingual marketing materials, such as websites, brochures, or social media content in different languages to reach wider audience. For legal issues, like it or not, it's imperative to comply with the laws and regulation and do your research and seek legal advice. This will help you ensure that you are operating within the boundaries of the law. In conclusion, building an international multicultural companies is an ambitious goal, but one that is achievable. The key is be proactive, do your research, and seek help when needed. By taking these steps, you can overcome any challenges that comes your way and successfully build an international multicultural companies. And who knows, perhaps maybe one day your name will be listed in the Forbes magazine. I know it's not going to be easy and you may fail a few times. But hey, an Irish novelist, Samuel Beckett, once said, ever try, ever fail. No matter, try again, fail better. And please buckle up and get your act together. To be a billionaire, you need to embrace the cultural diversity in organization. I'm Rita Munira, your future billionaire. Thank you.
Okay, now for the fourth contestant is a student of Business English 2022 of Guangxi Minzu Normal University, and his speech today is about respect, reserve, and resolve. Please welcome Tan Su Chang.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tan Shu Chang. It's my great honor to be here and share with you my opinions on cultural diversity. The world we live in is a melting pot with different cultures, conditions, and languages. And I think it is our responsibility to learn and spread this diversity. I am fortunate enough to have been exposed to many cultures thanks to my family's love for traveling. This experience have shaped my mind and let me realize the importance of embracing cultural diversity. Among these trips, the most memorable one was the one when we went to Tibet. Tibet is a wonderful city with ancient monasteries and fascinating traditions. The region boasts a well-known Potala Palace, where many visitors come and worship every year. It also has a delicious yak meat and the butcher tea. But what struck me the most was the warm and welcoming nature of the Tibetan people. Despite their struggles and hardships, they still managed to preserve the unique way of life and rich cultural heritage, which is very precious given the fast pace of modernization. Besides, in the traditional culture of the Tibetan people, entertaining guests is a very important social etiquette, which is always regarded as an honor and a responsibility. I still remember the day when my family and I attended a Tibetan wedding there. The wedding was bursting with music, dance, and jewelry. My family and I were warmly welcomed and entertained. On the wedding day, we attended the ceremony, where we saw the bride and grooms. They were receiving blessings in the temple. After that, we followed the two couples and their family to a village square, where we played a variety of traditional games and tasted local food. As we can see, the wedding was not just a celebration for the two young people, but for the entire community. By attending this wedding, I was deeply impressed by the friendliness of the Tibetan people, and I also learned a lot about their cultures and traditions. Though we belonged to different ethnic groups, we still had a good time together. And this experience has taught me that cultural diversity is not just about celebrating differences, but also about finding common grounds. We need to embrace our diversity while recognizing our shared humanity. We need to respect each other, learn from each other, and work together to build a more peaceful world. However, despite the bright sides of cultural diversity, we could still see the discrimination and prejudice against people from other countries. We could see the racism against Black people, against Asian people, including Chinese people. We could see the discrimination against immigrants, refugees, and indigenous people. We could still see the gun shows, the crimes, and even the wars. All of these are the results of people's ignorance and disrespect of cultural diversity. This stems from a lack of understanding and knowledge about other cultures. Therefore, we should recognize that every culture has something to offer and learn from each other. Just as Martin Luther King once said, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the colors of their skin, but by the contents of their characters. As we're moving towards a more globalized world, cultural diversity will become increasingly important. It is both the reason of and solution to the discrimination. It is crucial that we embrace this diversity and recognize its significance in building a more tolerant and inclusive society. Take this competition as an example. I have learned a lot from it. I learned how students from other countries they look at the cultural diversity, and I learned the way they think and the way they speak. This competition not only brightens my horizon, but also helped me realize the charm of the cultural diversity. We are all unique, and we grow up in different countries. We have our own traditions, languages, and cultures. But we still have something common. As college students, we are all thoughtful and curious. We all admire virtues and respect each other. It is a common ground that brings us together and the differences that make this competition more colorful. So, ladies and gentlemen, cultural diversity is of vital importance in our society. It enriches our life, promotes understanding, and fosters unity. So, let's celebrate the differences that make us unique and work together to build a world where everyone is respected and valued. This brings to the end of my speech. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you. Now we shall observe 1 minute of silence for the judge to mark their ballots. Moving on to the fifth contestant is a student of Arabic Language and Culture 2020 of University Azhar, Indonesia. And her speech today is about racism and discrimination are slowly eating away the tapestry of diversity. Please welcome Radia Chantika.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the honorable judges, and my beloved friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Radia Cantika. I'm a third-year student in Azhar University of Indonesia, majoring in Arabic language and culture. The topic I'd like to present to you today is cultural diversity, about racism and discrimination. For thousands of years, humankind has inhabited every corner of this planet. When a group of people lives in a certain place, they start to develop their own unique culture. All around the globe, living side by side, all these various cultures of the world generate a lavish and diverse tapestry. All these dissimilarities open the door of opportunities, where we could acquire tons of knowledge and experience lots of new things. Respect and acceptance are the key to keep this beautiful tapestry intact and secure. Unfortunately, some of us choose to throw away this key and decide to embrace the pitiful act of ethnocentrism, which eventually leads to racism and discrimination. By and by, cultural differences widen the distance between people. Those who are ignorant have made cultural differences a reason to treat people poorly. For centuries, stereotypes are constructed based on how someone is dressing, what color is one's skin, and which religion one believes. These stereotypes ended up hurting many people in the world. In some parts of the world, Black people still suffer. Muslims still suffer. Asian still suffer. Based on the data collected from the United States Department of Justice, in 2021, there were more than 7,000 hate crime incidents in the US, where 64.8% of them happened because of racism. The United Kingdom's government website, gov.uk, stated that in 2022, there were more than 155,000 hate crimes in England and Wales, where 70% of them were racially motivated, and more than 3,000 of them were directed towards Muslims. In Australia, based on the website altogethernow.org.au, 7 in 10 students experiencing racism in their childhood. And in Asia, according to one of the largest news platforms in South Korea, 7 in 10 foreign residents experiencing racism in South Korea. Now let's talk about these discrimination in a more specific way. Back in 2015, in Lancashire, that was a time where Asian taxi drivers were facing racial discrimination due to the way they were dressing. Indian cab drivers, to be exact, they were not allowed to wear shalwar kameez, their cultural attire. So they were forced to leave one of their cultural identity behind while working. March 2019, in a peaceful mosque in New Zealand, where Muslims were doing the Dhuhr prayer, came a man who then started to shoot at everyone in the room. This massacre was done because of a sole reason: hatred towards Muslims. Meanwhile, George Floyd, he died from asphyxiation because a police compressed his neck for minutes, because he was accused of a crime which he didn't do, because he was Black. Yeo Pan Ma, a 61-year-old grandpa, he was collecting cans to pay for his rent in New York when someone suddenly struck him from behind and then stomped him in the head repeatedly, just because he was Asian. He then died 8 months after the attack. Is this our inheritance to the future generation? A cold world that execrate and maltreat people of different culture? The variation of skin color, eye shape, and face structure is actually one of the most beautiful things God ever created. There is beauty in that diversity. Thus, cultural diversity is all about respecting a society consisting of people with a wide range of culture. With cultural diversity, we could all inspire one another, resulting in better perception and better productivity, which helps in generating a lot of ideas and talent. Imagine a world where the great human civilization of diverse origin living side by side harmoniously. That's why we need to hold on to this key, respectful and acceptance of different culture. Let us start from within. Let us start from our very selves. Knock up our consciences and join in waking others. With every our consciences join, we could create a powerful shield that could protect this lavish and diverse tapestry. Thank you.
We shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. The last but not least, this contestant is a student of Muamalat or Hons of University Technology Mara, and her speech today is about standing against hatred towards Asian, confronting racism. Please welcome Aida Hairani Zaidi.
When a stranger asks you, "Where are you from?" the question is often not as simple as it seems. When someone asks me that question, I run through a quick mental calculation to figure out what they really mean. As an Asian myself, I have experienced my fair share of racism and discrimination throughout my life. From being called weird to being made fun of because the color of my skin or the way I speak. I have seen firsthand how hurtful and damaging racism can be. Unfortunately, racism towards Asian is not a new phenomenon. It has existed for centuries and continues to persist today, even in supposedly progressive and tolerant societies. In fact, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought this issue to the forefront once again, with many Asians being blamed and attacked for the spread of the virus, despite the fact that they had nothing to do with it. According to a report by the Stop AAPI Hate Organization, there were nearly 3,800 incidents of anti-Asian hate crimes reported between March 2020 and February 2021. This is a 150% increase from the previous year. These incidents range from verbal harassment to physical assault and even murder. Well, let me be clear. Racism towards any group is unacceptable. It goes against the fundamental principle of equality and justice that we all hold dear. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Therefore, what can we do to make a difference to combat racism towards Asians? First and foremost, we need to educate ourselves and others. We need to challenge stereotypes and misinformation and seek out accurate information about different cultures and ethnic groups. We need to speak up and take action. We can't be silent in the face of racism and discrimination. We need to use our voices to speak out against racism, to support those who are targeted, and to advocate for policies that promote equality and justice for all. As the politician John Lewis once said, "If you see something that is not right, not fair, you have a moral obligation to do something about it." And finally, we need to come together as a community. We need to build bridges across the different cultures and ethnic groups and work together to create a more inclusive and welcoming society. We have to recognize that there cannot be relationship unless there is commitment, unless there is loyalty, unless there is love, passion, and persistence. Let us come together as a community and stand up against racism towards Asians and all other marginalized groups. Let us embrace our diversity and celebrate our differences. Let us create a world where everyone feels valued, respected, and included. I would like to leave you with a quote from Maya Angelou. She said, "I have learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Ladies and gentlemen, let us make people feel loved, accepted, and valued, regardless of their race or ethnicity. I'm Ida. Thank you for listening.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we already saw and heard all of the contestants' performance today. Now, while we wait for our judges to accumulate the results, please enjoy this performance by the Tree University. Thank you.
Kerana lirikan kau jatuh cinta, kerana senyuman kau tiada berdaya, sehingga membuatku tak percaya begitu cepatnya hatimu tergoda, sedangkan aku tiada merasa sayang, sungguh sayang ku ada yang punya. Baik kau cari yang lain.
Assalamualaikum semuanya, selamat datang di Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia. Perkenalkan, nama saya Juan Turpin, mahasiswa Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia.
Dan saya Yudinia Maharani, mahasiswa Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia.
Pada kesempatan kali ini, kami akan mengajak kalian untuk berkeliling di Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia.
Di sini, kalian bakal dapat banyak banget ilmu pengetahuan dan juga relasi yang sangat luas.
Dengan berbagai program studi yang unggul, pengajar-pengajar yang profesional, hingga fasilitas yang mumpuni, kalian bisa mewujudkan mimpi-mimpi kalian di sini.
Mulai dari konten kreator media, peneliti di lembaga ternama, hingga menjadi seorang entrepreneur muda.
Kak, bisa lihat langsung semuanya nggak sih?
Bisa dong.
Yuk berangkat. Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam. Apa kabar?
Alhamdulillah baik, Prof.
Pada kemana nih?
Mau ngajak calon mahasiswa untuk berkeliling di UAI, Prof.
Oh, ini calon mahasiswa baru nih?
Betul, Prof.
Tolong diantarin.
Pasti, Prof.
Nanti kalau mau pendaftaran di situ ya.
Oke, siap, Prof.
Selamat mendaftar ya. Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Siap, Waalaikumsalam, Prof. Kalian tahu nggak sih, UAI itu satu-satunya kampus yang terlahir dari masjid. Dan di UAI terdapat 6 fakultas dengan 19 program studi yang bisa kalian pilih. Buat kalian nih yang suka banget sama teknologi, ilmu-ilmu alam, atau ingin terjun ke dunia saintek, Fakultas Sains dan Teknologi merupakan pilihan yang tepat. Di dalamnya terdapat program studi teknik industri, teknik elektro, informatika, biologi, teknologi pangan, dan gizi. Fakultas ini juga dilengkapi dengan berbagai fasilitas laboratorium mendukung loh, mulai dari laboratorium manufaktur, laboratorium kimia, laboratorium elektro, laboratorium mikroorganisme, dan lab-lab yang berkaitan dengan sains teknologi lainnya.
Fakultas berikutnya adalah Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis. Buat kalian yang mau masuk ke dunia bisnis dan keuangan, cocok banget nih. Ada program studi manajemen dan program studi akuntansi. Di Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis juga terdapat fasilitas laboratorium Bank Mini loh, di mana kalian juga bisa belajar banyak mengenai keuangan dan perbankan.
UAI juga ada Fakultas Psikologi dan Pendidikan nih teman-teman. Buat kamu yang aware tentang mentality dan konseling, program studi yang ada di fakultas ini pas banget.
Mulai dari program studi psikologi, PG PAUD, bimbingan konseling Islam, dan pendidikan agama Islam. Pada fakultas ini terdapat lab konseling, lab micro-teaching, lab eksperimen, dan lab-lab lainnya yang berkaitan mengenai konseling dan psikologi. Teman-teman, sekarang kita lagi di Fakultas Ilmu Pengetahuan Budaya nih.
Nah, di fakultas ini banyak banget program studi yang berkaitan dengan budaya dan bahasa di luar negeri, seperti bahasa dan kebudayaan Jepang, bahasa dan kebudayaan Inggris, bahasa dan kebudayaan Arab, serta bahasa Mandarin dan kebudayaan Tiongkok.
Di Fakultas Ilmu Pengetahuan Budaya juga terdapat ruang kebudayaan dan pusat bahasa di mana kalian bisa banyak belajar mengenai budaya di luar negeri loh.
Berikutnya Fakultas Hukum, yang terdiri dari ilmu hukum, cocok banget buat kamu yang pengen terjun ke dunia hukum di Indonesia nantinya. Bahkan, di Fakultas Hukum UAI, terdapat fasilitas laboratorium moot court yang bisa membantu kalian untuk beradaptasi dan belajar simulasi mengenai sidang di pengadilan.
Dan yang terakhir, ada Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik. Di sini ada 2 program studi yang terkenal banget nih teman-teman. Pertama, program studi Ilmu Komunikasi, dan yang kedua, program studi Ilmu Hubungan Internasional.
Di fakultas ini banyak banget laboratorium untuk menunjang pembelajaran teman-teman. Ada laboratorium TV, lab radio, lab desain, lab fotografi, dan juga lab sidang untuk hubungan internasional.
Tentu di sini kalian bisa meraih banyak banget experience yang sesuai dengan pelajaran kalian.
Nah teman-teman, di UAI sendiri juga ada program paksa sarjana untuk magister ilmu hukum di UAI.
Kak,
ya
kan aku kan kerja ya kak. Di sini ada kelas karyawan.
Ada dong pastinya. Pertama, terdapat program blended learning untuk prodi akuntansi, manajemen, dan hukum. Kedua, terdapat program hybrid learning untuk prodi informatika dan teknik elektro. Oh iya, di sini juga ada program ahli jenjang untuk prodi akuntansi loh. Nah, saat ini kita juga ada di perpustakaan Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia.
Buat teman-teman yang suka membaca buku atau ingin mencari referensi buat tugas, riset, maupun skripsi kalian nanti, perpustakaan UAI punya banyak banget kumpulan literatur akademis jurnal hingga bacaan santai lainnya.
Berikutnya, ini adalah fasilitas UAI, yaitu Auditorium Arifin Panigoro.
Di auditorium ini, kalian bisa menggunakannya untuk perkuliahan umum, atau bahkan bisa digunakan untuk seminar juga loh.
Dan kapasitasnya banyak banget, sering banget untuk dipakai kegiatan kemahasiswaan juga, gitu.
Gak cuma auditorium aja loh, kamu juga dapat menggunakan ruang amphitheater untuk melaksanakan pembelajaran kuliah dengan fasilitas yang keren dan lengkap.
Selain itu, Di sini juga terdapat fasilitas BI Corner.
Di BI Corner ini, kalian dapat mengakses buku-buku atau hanya sekedar diskusi.
Waktu istirahat, Anang paling pas banget nih buat makan-makan sambil santai bareng teman-teman di kantin basement 1 dan basement 2. Apalagi banyak banget pilihan makanan yang bisa kalian pilih di sini, ya kan yuk?
Tuh. Oh iya, di Universitas Azhar Indonesia, kita juga diajarkan untuk memiliki gaya hidup halal atau halal lifestyle. Yuk, let's move.
Nah, kalau kalian ingin mencari suasana yang tenang atau sekedar untuk beristirahat, di UI sendiri ada namanya Masjid Agung Al-Azhar. Kalian bisa beribadah atau mengikuti kajian di Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia ataupun di Masjid Agung itu sendiri.
Jadi teman-teman, sekarang kita ada di rooftop UI nih.
Nah, di rooftop Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia, kalian bisa foto-foto buat dikoleksi di album kalian, atau kalian hanya ingin sekedar untuk snack-snack makan-makan aja. Kalian bisa melakukannya di sini.
Nah, ini adalah Tajir. Hai semuanya. Tajir adalah inkubator bisnis yang menyediakan edukasi dan arahan. Untuk mahasiswa yang ingin menjadi entrepreneur, di sini kamu akan dibantu untuk mengembangkan bisnis kamu, mulai dari pelatihan, workshop, networking, magang, hingga pemodalan baik dalam maupun luar negeri.
UAI juga memiliki total 17 unit kegiatan mahasiswa yang dapat kalian ikuti loh. Dan tentunya, kalian juga dapat mengikuti kegiatan organisasi yang ada di kampus. UAI, yang merupakan bagian dari Yayasan Pesantren Islam Al-Azhar, juga menjalin hubungan mitra dengan banyak perusahaan ternama, tokoh nasional, dan tokoh internasional yang pastinya memberikan mahasiswa networking yang sangat luas. UAI memiliki banyak sekali penghargaan-penghargaan yang didapat teman-teman, seperti 10 besar kampus swasta terbaik di Jakarta, dan juga penghargaan dari Badan Narkotika Nasional atas peran serta UAI dalam aksi pencegahan, pemberantasan, penyalahgunaan, dan peredaran gelap narkoba. Selama masa pandemi, juga mendapatkan penghargaan dari Kemendikbud atas kontribusi dan inovasi yang dilakukan pada masa pandemi COVID-19. Alat ini juga diluncurkan langsung oleh Presiden Republik Indonesia yang ke-7, Bapak Insinyur Haji Joko Widodo. Alat yang diluncurkan merupakan Power Air Purifying Respirator. Mahasiswa dan mahasiswi UAI juga banyak banget prestasi yang sudah dicetak, mulai dari tingkat regional, nasional, hingga internasional loh. Kalian tahu gak sih, mahasiswa-mahasiswa UAI sebelum mereka lulus dan wisuda, mereka sudah masuk di dunia kerja, seperti di sektor-sektor swasta, sektor pemerintahan, dan industri-industri lainnya. Selain itu, mereka juga aktif untuk membuka lapangan kerja di Indonesia. Mereka sering sekali mengikuti kegiatan-kegiatan entrepreneur sehingga bisa membuka lapangan kerja di Indonesia. Bahkan, mereka sampai mendukung pergerakan roda perekonomian di Indonesia loh. Nah, langsung dengar kata mereka yuk.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Azhar, CEO dan co-founder dari Giraffe Creative Digital Agency. Saya lulusan UAI dari Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, program studi Ilmu Komunikasi. Selama berkuliah di UAI, saya mendapatkan berbagai pengetahuan dan pengalaman yang luar biasa, melatih pola pikir dan komunikasi saya, sehingga saya bisa masuk ke dunia industri dengan cepat dan siap. Mata kuliah Jiwa Kepemimpinan dan Karakter Korporasi atau JK3 membantu saya dalam mengembangkan bisnis yang sedang saya jalani.
Alhamdulillah, selama saya studi di Teknik Elektro UAI ini, saya merasakan kekeluargaan yang sangat erat baik antara mahasiswa maupun dengan dosen. Selain itu, kami juga para mahasiswa didorong untuk melakukan publikasi baik di conference maupun jurnal internasional.
Segudang pengalaman berharga yang diberikan oleh Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia untuk saya. Yang pertama adalah yang nggak bisa saya lupakan menjadi seorang student representatif, di mana saya mewakili Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia untuk sebuah proyek mahasiswa yang ada di Jepang. Jadi saya melakukan student exchange ke Jepang untuk beberapa bulan. Dan yang kedua adalah mobilitas yang saya dapatkan dari Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia itu baik sekali karena lokasinya yang sangat strategis, sehingga waktu itu sangat memungkinkan untuk saya tetap bekerja sambil kuliah dan juga nilai-nilainya tetap maksimal.
Dulu saat belajar di UAI, gue banyak belajar mengenai skill-skill yang dibutuhkan untuk bisa kompetisi di perusahaan besar seperti Gojek. Skill apa sih? Skill pertama yang paling dibutuhkan adalah skill berbahasa Inggris, dan itu dipelajari di kampus UAI ini. So, jangan ragu untuk bisa mendaftar di kampus UAI, karena masa depanmu ada di sini.
Wah, UAI bagus juga ya.
Ya udah yuk daftar.
Yuk.
Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. I know everyone is excited to know the result. Now, let me take this opportunity, pleasure to announce the results, the moments that we have all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with the third place winner. Zoom Master, are you ready? All right. And third place winner, ladies and gentlemen, goes to, drum roll, Tan Shu Chan from Guangxi Minzu Normal University. Congratulations. Can we have a photo of the winner with the certificate? Is it possible? Yes. Host, is it possible that you spotlight the winner and then have it side by side with the certificate? Yes, with the certificate. Yes, let's take photo of our third place winner with a certificate. Congratulations once again. I hope the host is the host somehow took the photo, right? The host, can you confirm that you have taken the picture? Yes. Yes. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the third place winner for public speaking competition, international public speaking competition. And third place winner goes to Wirda Munira Muhammad Azizi from UITM. Congratulations. Yes, everyone, please stand aside for a while. Let's just have Wirda on the screen. All right, host, please take the photo of the winner and the certificate. The certificate, please. All right. Okay. I assume that the host has taken the picture, right? Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner, first place winner for International Public Speaking Competition 2023. And the winner is Radia Chantika from University Al-Azhar, Indonesia. Congratulations. Let's have a photo and the cert taken together. All right, together with the certificate online. All right, so Radia, would you like to stand? Yes. Right, so host, please snap her photo so that she can post on the social media. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And congratulations to all winners and to other contestants. Congratulations as well. Everyone did a good job today. I had fun listening to your speeches. Well done, good job, and thank you once again. And I pass the control back to MC. Thank you.
Certificate to the winners and finalists will be provided and informed by Guangxi Minzu Normal University after this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the announcement of the winner, it also means that we have reached the conclusion of our event today. Thank you so much for all the finalists and judges, and we also thank all the participants for spending time with us today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bagaimana?